were gonna do a mommy makeover series. I can't remember exactly what we ended up calling it, but I got some great feedback from you guys, and a couple things that y'all said is, one, you didn't want just one episode per topic, maybe break it up a couple times, so I'm gonna do that. But two, I do think we are gonna go a little bit out of order here because a lot of you guys were very interested in what I eat and my exercise. Now, I have always been, at least as an adult, I've always very much so put my health in a forefront part of my life. Working out is something that I get to do. It's not something that I have to do, and I feel so blessed to be able to move my body and not have restrictions. It doesn't mean that I'm always gonna want to. It doesn't mean I'm not always tired, but if you guys remember back in 2020, that was really when I kind of went into a dark headspace, and it was just because we were home and the world was crazy, and I started working out, but I didn't change how I was eating. And the scale didn't change, my body didn't visually look any different, but I was working out. And so that's when I really changed what I was eating, and that is when my entire life changed. I was mentally a better person. I physically felt better. I had more energy. I was kinder. I was less dependent on caffeine. There are so many things that changed when I started eating healthy, and that's when I realized how important it is. So I've never been one that's big on oh, there's bad food and good food. Everything in moderation. Enjoy what you like. And so one of the things that I have maintained since then is I am a creature of habit. And I have found that for me, the easiest way to eat healthy where I'm in a very, very slight deficit, which again, you really probably shouldn't even be in a deficit if you're breastfeeding at all. Definitely check with your doctor first. I don't think it's safe. But I mean, truthfully, I didn't lose the last 10 pounds until I was done breastfeeding with both kids because my body needed it. So I wasn't even concerned with it. But even when I'm just in day-to-day life, trying to maintain eating relatively healthy and just nutrient-dense food, I eat the same breakfast and almost the same lunch every single day. Because one, I find that that's easiest for counting calories. I know what to expect. Two, I know how it's gonna make me feel. I know that it's gonna keep me full. I know what it tastes like. And three, I just think that it kind of takes that off the table. Dinners are kind of where I can really play around with what I want to eat. Of course, I have 3 other people that live in this home that I cook for. So breakfast and lunch are really my top 2 meals. I do the same thing almost every single day. And I'm gonna share my favorite breakfast recipe with you guys today. We will talk more about calorie counting, that kind of thing, and my fitness in a different episode. But today I really just kind of want to make sure I'm sharing the recipes with you for a high protein, low calorie breakfast and lunch. Did I say low protein, high calorie? I can't remember. I do low calorie, high protein. That is what has made the biggest difference for me with losing weight really fast after Roman. But I do count calories, and one of the easiest ways to do it and make it accurate, I don't really have to do it that much anymore because I do know how much roughly goes into it, but I'll show you guys just what I do when I count calories. Now for the wraps, I use these Extreme Wellness High Fiber Spinach and Herb Carb Lean Tortilla wraps, tortilla shells. They say they're keto friendly. I'm not keto. Again, I just do a very, very slight deficit. High protein, low cal, can't say that enough. But these are delicious. I feel like they're also not super dry, and they're 50 calories per 1 tortilla. I always do 2 eggs, and then I use my little food scale that I have right here. Someone told me this years ago. She was like, you don't realize how incorrect some of those things may be. So using a food scale makes it easiest. So for instance, it's 110 calories for a 1/4 cup of cheese, or 28 grams. If I actually measure out a 1/4 cup of cheese, it's slightly different every single time. So if you just do it based off grams, it's so much easier. But I do spinach tortilla shell with 2 eggs. I absolutely love eggs now. I used to kind of go back and forth about it. I don't know why, I absolutely love them now. And then I prefer a hefty amount of tomatoes. So let me just put these on here as I'm counting calories, or grams, I guess. So I have got 59 grams of tomatoes. You guys see? Oh, I just absolutely love, love, love tomatoes. I think they're delicious. Do a little bit of salt and pepper as well. And then I will go ahead and hit tear. And I'll add in Mexican cheese is what I'm doing today, like the Mexican style. Sometimes I'll do Parmesan, sometimes I'll do mozzarella. And I don't think I'm gonna do the full like 28 grams, we'll see. Because that's plenty of cheese. That's 16 grams of cheese. So, there you go, 16 grams of cheese. So I used my FitnessPal, and I did forget, I think it was 59 grams of tomatoes. I use my FitnessPal, and usually I'll load these in as I am measuring everything out. But we have got 21.5 grams of protein just in this breakfast, which is incredible. So I'm gonna eat this now. Again, I do put it all into my FitnessPal because that's just easiest. And one thing I also wanna note, I will not cut out creamer. If people are like, oh, you gotta cut out your creamer to lose weight, I don't want that life. It's not the life for me. Just drink your creamer, okay? That's not gonna make the biggest difference. I mean, depending on what it is, obviously, but I don't do like Starbucks sweet drinks or anything. I literally just do Chobani sweet creamer in the morning time, and that's it. But I'm sorry. I see people that'll be like, oh, you know, creamer is just so high in fat, don't eat it. Another thing I see is a bunch of people who are like, oh, tart cherry juice in your Sleepy Girl mocktail has so much sugar. That's all natural sugar. I ain't cutting that out. Like, again, this is where we go 80-20. I eat healthy, breakfast, lunch. I can enjoy my creamer, okay? This is delicious. It's very ugly, and I'm not the best at wrapping, but it's delicious. Okay guys, I'm back. It's been a few hours. This is my go-to lunch. Again, eating the same thing for breakfast and lunch, it's just easy. You know what to expect. You know kind of what you're getting, how you're gonna feel. And also it still gives you, like, you can still take dinner and make it kind of your own, and you're not getting tired of things. So this is another really low calorie, high protein meal. So let me grab my actual food scale and salt and pepper. I think we have everything else. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't ever count spinach because I'm pretty sure like this entire tub, package, 35 calories for this entire thing. You really need nutrient dense food to make yourself feel the best you possibly can. And this is one of those things, like, people I see, they'll drink like greens or drink AG1 and then they'll like skip out on eating things like this. Just because you're taking like a green powder or something does not mean you need to skip out on eating your greens. Spinach is so good for you, has so many benefits. Even if you don't want to eat spinach, like shove it into a smoothie or something. It's so good for you. So I do organic spinach from Aldi. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, every single thing here is from Aldi. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my salt and pepper in. Because, and I've shared this on my vlog channel before, you can get like so many organic things. I will get tons and tons and tons of groceries and it'll be like 120 bucks or something. And it's like 2 weeks worth of groceries. So I love Aldi. I prefer to do cherry tomatoes for salads. I just think they're better versus like this morning doing the little like wrap. I think that a regular, like, I think they're called beefsteak tomatoes or something from Aldi. Those I think are better for wraps. I don't know why, but I just do. So I do a ton of tomatoes. And these are also super low in calorie. And I do use this little chopper thing to speed up the process. I got this because like grapes are a really big choking hazard for small kids. And so this is just a quick way to make sure you're cutting up the grapes so they're not a choking hazard, but I use it for tomatoes as well. I've got 75 grams of tomatoes here. Now, I'm sure there are better breadcrumb options out there, but this is just what Aldi has. These are the Italian style breadcrumbs. I do 1 tablespoon of these. I do just like a teeny tiny little extra bit of crunch in my salad. So that's why I add the breadcrumbs. This is gonna be what packs it with protein. I will link the chicken recipe below. It's from TikTok. You have to follow it to a T to get the juiciest chicken ever. It is so delicious, but this is where you're really gonna get that protein. It's gonna make the salad the most filling. Let's see. 65 grams is what we're gonna do. again, this is like organic chicken from Aldi, and I just prepare it at the start of the week, and then that way I have it ready to go for my salads throughout the week. Gonna add, so 28 grams is 110 calories. I'm gonna add roughly 28 grams. Okay, so 25, that's plenty. You can see the salad is looking delicious. Now this right here is key. This is the best dressing ever. It's avocado ranch dressing, the Little Salad Bar brand. Can you guys see? From Aldi. You can get it right, at least when we walk in. It's with like the broccoli, the spinach, the cucumbers, those things. And I will do a video on, actually I have this one, I think it's already open. I will do a video on my favorite snacks, but that's a whole different thing because a lot of my snacks are there too. This is the best low calorie dressing that I have found that's also delicious. And then we're gonna just pour that right over. So I ended up doing 65 milliliters of dressing. For some reason, I can't find this one in MyFitnessPal app in grams. So anyways, this is the delicious salad the way it looks. And I put it in these little containers because I do like my salad shaken. This is so good. It's the best salad you're like ever gonna have. And these are from Amazon, I'll link them below, but they have a little spot right here. They come with containers. If you wanna put your dressing on the side, go ahead and like prepare it in the morning and then mix it all together later, you can. You guys, I cannot explain to you, this smells delicious. Again, we're working with spinach here, so we don't have like romaine lettuce that's just basically water and nothing really else. I just love this salad. It is a total of 26.8 grams of protein. That is so incredible. We are at 50 grams of protein for the day, so I love this. It's delicious. And again, I'm planning on doing more videos about this kind of stuff, and I'll also do videos on like my favorite snacks and all that, but I wanted to kind of just share my 2 go-to lunch and breakfast recipes for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it. Mwah.